Going to start with the stack. Okay, so this is my constructor. I chose to create a min variable to hold the minimum value in the stack, and I just initialized it to -1 to, I don't know, just to have a number there. And then here's my isEmpty function. It just returns if the top is a null pointer. This is the peak or top function, which will return the integer of the topmost element in the stack. Oh, okay. If it's not empty. And then this is my push. So I had it, you give it an integer value, and we create a node, and then link it to the previous top. So if there was nothing in the stack, it would just have temp arrow next be a null pointer, but if there was something in the stack already, it would link it there, and then reassign top. And then to set the minimums, I said if top arrow next is a null pointer, which basically after you've added to the list, this is saying if you only have one node in the list, then the minimum has to be the current value that you just read in. Otherwise, if whatever the previous minimum set is larger than the value that you're reading in, it resets, or it initializes the minimum to the node that you're just adding. Okay, and then here's my pop function. We have to make sure there's something to pop first. And then this whole section is about removing the minimum. So we set a current equal to the topmost node, which we're going to pop later. And then we say if the top node is equal to the minimum, then we have to traverse through the stack to find the new minimum. And that's what this while loop is. It's basically going until you hit the very bottom of the stack where it would be a null pointer, and then if it initializes it resets min to basically what is the next lowest minimum. Yes, and then after that we set a temp equal to top, and then unlink it from the list. So we set top equal to the next node in the list. I keep saying list, sorry, I'm so used to saying list. And then the next node in the stack. And then we delete temp and get rid of that. And then my get min function is just return the minimum, since finding it and setting it is all in the other two functions. And then, so this is my sample for that. There we go. So I pushed in all of these numbers. So the top of the stack would be 1, and then be 5, 3, 2. And see, yeah, that we see our top is 1 and our minimum is 1. And then once we pop that 1 out, our new minimum is going to be 2. It says that. But the next element in the stack is the 5. Okay, and for the sorting, for the sorting plates 1, here we go. So you first have to make sure that oh geez, how do I do this picture? I'm just gonna read my comments. So we have a temporary variable, an integer variable, that is going to hold what we're comparing. So we set the temp equal to the top of our current stack that's unsorted, and we pop it out of there. And then we check to see if our temporary stack that we're going to be used to sort it in a backwards order. We check to see if that's empty, and if it's empty, then we just immediately push our temp onto it and then start the while loop again. Otherwise, we have to check to see that if our temporary value, which was the old top of our stack, is less than the top of our sorting stack, we basically start taking elements out of the temporary stack and put them back into our unsorted stack until our temporary variable is the smallest that it can be in a sorting. So what's going to end up happening is the temporary stack is going to be sorted from lowest to highest, and then once it has finished doing all of that, it reverses back into our the stack, the important stack, where it's highest to lowest. And this might be a demonstration. So I have a bunch of random numbers here, and yeah, and then so there it has it. This is the current way that our stack looks. Oop. And if you wanted it to be from lowest to highest, you would just change this sign right here to a greater than. And yeah, I think that's it.